Hey y'all, Airgun Angie with Gateway to Airguns. I've got the Benjamin Bulldog M357 Bullpup from Pyramid Air. This one, to me, says Hunter all over it. Let's find out why. Let's grip it.
Big glass caps or paper targets, hunting game with devastating hits. Which air rifle am I reaching for? From 177 to a 50 big bull.
Really quick, I want to say thank you to Gateway to Airguns for making this video possible. Go check them out, guys. www.gatewaytoairguns.org. www.gatewaytoairguns.org. Before we get started, where did I get this guy from? Pyramid Air sent it to me so that it can be a part of the GRiP program on the GTA. So a huge thank you to Pyramid Air for supporting us. If you guys want to find out more about this air gun or any of the other air guns they have, because they carry more than I even know, go check them out at pyramidair.com. Okay, so first up, pellet testing results. I tested this at 35 yards because I really don't know why. It's a big bore air rifle. It's 35 caliber, so 35 just sounded really good. So that's where I did the pellet testing at. And I needed to find out what it likes best before we can go on any further, because how are you going to get good accuracy if you don't know what your air gun likes to eat? So 35 yard pellet testing, and I did 2 different shot cards. Now, I don't have a mass amount of 35 caliber ammo, so I have mostly JSB, some Hunter Supply, and some Winchester. And of course, I did not try to single shot it. I just used the mag, so I just tested ammo that would fit in the mag, because what's the point of having a 5-shot mag, a multi-shot big bore air rifle, if you're not going to use the mag, right? So I did the heavier weighted ammo on one shot card and the lighter weighted ammo on another shot card. So the results are, the favorites are, off the heavy shot card, the Nozzlers, all the way best, hands down, best shooting on the heavy shot card. On the lighter shot card, the JSB Exact 35s did the best, but the Predator Polymags were so close. But I chose the JSB Exact 30s to do the 50-yard accuracy test. So let's see what happens there. Bullseye. That last one was a little low. They were doing so good. I'm gonna do 2 3-shot groups. That last one, a little bit low every time, but the other 2 are beautiful, just beautiful. All right, let's do the Benjamin Nozzlers at 50 yards and see what we get with them. 145 grain versus 81. I might aim at that middle line just to see where we hit. Right there above the bottom, that's fine. We'll go with that. We will go with that. Well, not the best. Definitely not the best. That was good. Oh, that's right. That's right, I gotta put one more in. Oh, that was pretty good. Definitely kill shots. Though they both did really good at 50 yards, I think the nozzlers did just a tad bit better than the pellets, than the JSB pellets. Too bad I only have a couple of nozzlers. The rest of the testing is gonna have to be with the JSB Exact 35s. Before we move on, no more shooting for a minute. Well, I guess we do need to shoot to do this test. Let's find out what kind of weight we're getting on this trigger. And it is non-adjustable, so it is what it is, basically. The first result was 3 pounds, 4.3 ounces, and the second pretty near it at 3 pounds, 5.3 ounces. So a little more than a 3-pound trigger. Not the best, but not terrible either. It is a big bore air rifle, so maybe that's a good thing, that it takes a little more effort to send that chunk of lead downrange. All right, next question that I want to answer, and I know you guys do too. How many shots per fill? So this fills to 3,000 PSI, and I'm not sure what they meant. They said 5 shots per fill in the manual, but I got a lot more than that. I'm really impressed with the results. I know there's going to be a shot dive. It is a big bore air rifle, but check out what I got from the first shot to the last. Okay, so shot 1 produced 935 feet per second, and then halfway through at shot 10, I got 780, and shot 20, yes, shot 20, I got 707. So 20 shots per fill on this 35 cal air rifle. That is pretty sweet. Now, if you're looking at the velocity results right now, the Crony did miss 4 shots, so it shows 16, but I actually got 20. So it gave me an average of 805 feet per second, a max of 935, and a minimum of 707, resulting in an extreme spread of 228 feet per second and a standard deviation of 70. So some might be like, oh wow, that's horrible. This is a big bore air rifle, guys. Like I've told you, it's big bore, it's not regulated, it's gonna have that shot dive. So this is one you can get to know, and if you do, it's gonna serve you well. Because, I say that, because the foot-pounds, the max foot-pounds I got with the nozzlers was 189 foot-pounds of energy. With the JSBs, it was 150. That's pretty good. And the accuracy from shot 1 all the way to shot 20, check it out. Absolutely beautiful. That's what I mean by serve you well. Next up, sound. Is this guy backyard friendly? We've discussed this. Depends on where your backyard is, depends on the laws and regulations of the town or city you live in, and depends on how tolerable your neighbors are. And I'm only going to do one result at each place at the muzzle from the shooter's perspective and 20 yards away. Like I said before, a lot less shooting with this guy. It's a big bore air rifle, and I don't have a mass amount of 35 cal ammo. So I'm trying to keep it to a minimum. So 1 shot per place. Front of the muzzle first. At the muzzle, 107.6 dBs. So it's a little bit loud. And then you bring it back to the shooter's perspective. Let's see what I'm gonna hear. 117.6. Yeah, it's definitely worthy of some ear pro, and I should have had some on. And then we're going to take it 20 yards away and see somewhat of what your neighbors might hear. I got 101.1 dBs 20 yards away. So this one, guys, may be best to just take in the woods or to a designated shooting range. All right, next up, offhand. That was a little too high. And the squirrel said, see ya. Not that far though, it's just in the little tree next to the crazy squirrel. There we go. It's back on top of the dirt pile. Not very smart fella. He said, I probably should get out of here. Oh, that was low. center. Last shot. Hopefully it's in the middle with the other two. Oh yeah. Definitely a great offhander. It better be, guys. It's a bullpup, right? Bullpups are intended for offhand shooting. They're not made for the bench. So, great offhander. Beautiful, just beautiful. Now we can finish up with our cons and our pros. Cons first. Are there any? This one at the bench or at the table, it's a little awkward to me without the bipod. I really do like the bipod on there better because on the bag, it doesn't want to stand up very well. It just falls right over. But heck, that's a small thing. Next up is definitely I would encourage you to wear Ear Pro. It is a little loud. And finally, the trigger. Actually, the trigger is a little heavy and it's not adjustable. It's not a deal breaker, but it's definitely not a light, sweet, smooth trigger. And then the safety. I'm really, maybe it's just me, I don't know. I think it's a terrible place for a safety to be right in front of the trigger. In a heated moment, you never know, or in the dark, you never know when you might mistake the trigger for the safety and think you're putting it on safe, but you fired instead. So definitely not fond of safeties right there in front of the trigger. But each company has their own little thing they do, so maybe that's just my opinion. Okay, so that's all the cons. Let's move on to pros. So this one, if you're futuristic or an alien enthusiast, you're probably gonna like this one. And honestly, it is growing on me. But this one to me screams, take me in the woods, because not necessarily the way that it looks. Yes, it's a bullpup, so it makes it a little easier to maneuver while you're stalking, but its performance. Its performance says it all. It's got plenty of power, beautiful accuracy, and the sling studs, it says hunter. It absolutely says, you guys don't read that right there? Right there, hunter. Just kidding. So it's got the pistol grip for easy maneuvering. It also allows you to attach a bipod with the accessories rail. It has the full length pick rail on the top for whatever optic you'd like. You can go open sights, whatever. 5-shot mag, but you get 20 shots per fill. It has a rigid rubber butt pad to keep it in place so it doesn't slide up and down on your shoulder. And has the side cocking lever, which you can move it to the other side of the gun if you're a left-hander. So that's sweet. The Foster fill port, and it's covered with this pretty cool dust cover right here. Let me see, what else? It fills to 3,000 PSI, so if you really needed to use a hand pump, that's possible. Its rifled and shrouded barrel produces great accuracy. Like I said, plenty of power. This one, yeah, there's a lot of pros to it. Oh, and another thing that I really like this. See, the pressure gauge is right here on the side. A lot of companies put it right here underneath the barrel, so when you check the pressure gauge, you gotta kind of stick your face in front of the barrel, which it's not too safe. So I really like this right here. For one, you don't have to put your face in front of the barrel, and two, you just take a peek over there and you can see where your air's at. I really, really, really love the placement of the pressure gauge right there. It's a great offhander, super easy to operate, and last pro, this is available in a kit where you pretty much get almost everything you need to get started. So this is another great option that you can get at PyramidAir.com. The Benjamin Bulldog 357 Bullpup. If you guys want to find out more about it, be sure to go check out PyramidAir.com. I would like to take a moment to say thank you to Gateway to Airguns. Thank y'all so much for making these videos possible. If you guys have not checked them out, you really, really should. If you're an air gunner, you like air guns, you like shooting, go check out www.gatewaytoairguns.org. There is something for every air gunner alive. I promise. That's it for today, guys. I'm Airgun Angie with Gateway to Airguns. Thank you guys so much for watching. I say guys a whole lot, don't I? Y'all don't just have a good day. Have an awesome one. See ya. Find out why. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. Let's grip it, you dork!